And when did you begin to take it seriously? I mean, were you able to just jump in and start being successful at it? Did it just take years? Did you play at it and then decide later? I mean, what
Yeah.
made you say, wait a minute, this is
Yeah.
a different level of freedom? Because we know that with our career, the
Mhm.
income is good on the other side of helping
Yeah.
people, right?
Yeah. Yes. Yes.
However, one of the best gifts of having this career is the freedom that it can create if you help enough people.
Yes, it definitely. So I'm glad you asked that question too, because I told you I'm competitive high, out the gate. You know what I'm saying? So my first year, I made Rookie of the Year.
Mm,
I was the top sales at the Lynn Haven office at Long and Foster.
okay.
I still got the picture. As a matter of fact, I still, because my wife, thank her, she cut the picture out. You know what I'm saying? They put it in the news.
There's a view. Ah, yes. Okay. Well, hello there, Flawless family. It is I, Tierra Walker Holloway, and welcome to Flawless Living Made Simple with Tierra Walker Holloway. So, on this episode, I'm once again bringing in one of my colleagues, one of my co-conspirators in collaboration to help you and your families reach your real estate goals and attain wealth through real estate ownership. Now, this gentleman is a good friend. However, he's an even better broker. And this is OJ Miller with World Class Realty. He is a managing broker there, and we're going to get into it today with him on his expertise. How you doing, OJ?
Everything blessed. Hey, thank you for bringing me on, man. I definitely appreciate you having me on. It's an honor. I've been watching for years and everything. We work together, so this is an honor for me. I'm happy to be here.
Well, that is so good. I'm so happy that you actually agreed to come on. As our watchers may know, we are just relaunching this show. I've been trying for a long time to bring on and highlight local businesses, local business owners, and entrepreneurs like yourself so that we can just kind of get into the mind of those people. And so today you are in the hot seat, brother. So
Oh,
are you
man.
ready?
Oh, man, I'm ready. I guess I'm ready.
All right now. So I know you. Tell the people a little bit about your background and what brought you to the where you are in your career as managing broker now.
Oh, man, that's great, man. So, my background, I'm originally from South Carolina. I'm a country guy. So, I was brought up with my mom and my dad, what I'm saying, on farms. And we just, had a good time. Everybody was family. So I kind of understood the rich thing of togetherness. And so back in high school, with my name OJ, I probably played sports. So I played football and all that kind of stuff. Long story short, I had two kids while I was in high school. So played college ball for a year, but then I joined the military, and I was in the military for 24 years. I just retired last year. But when I was in the military, I actually got my real estate license. I've been a realtor almost 20 years now. October will be 20 years for me this year. So
Wow.
yeah, I mean, I started off with Long and Foster, went to Wainwright, and now I'm ending up now with World Class Realty, where I'm a managing broker. I love my job. I love helping people. I love trying to figure out situations. I love trying to getting trained. I love people helping me out. I'm just a guy that's trying to help people out. That's just me. That's my thing. I feel good when I see somebody winning. It don't have to be me. I just want people to win.
Well, I mean, that's definitely for certain. I mean, for as long as I've known you, you have been a wise and trusted colleague. And I just appreciate the ability to be able to call and get an answer from OJ, because this gentleman is filled with information on all things real estate from every area. Now, one of the reasons that I really wanted to bring you on is exactly, first of all, I do want to say though, that's kind of amazing because I would have never known that. So I'm so happy that I asked that question.
Yeah,
I
yeah.
knew you were in the military when we met, and I know that you recently retired and you have a beautiful family. Never did I imagine that two of those kids started all the way back in high school. Why would I get into that? We just worked together, right? So that's so interesting and shows the amount of resilience that you have, and also the commitment to family. I think one of the things about you that stands out most is, like you were saying, your whole goal or what you love to do, which we have in common, is to see other people win, right? But I can also see that a lot of that is based in the love and care that you have for your family and children. So that is just amazing. And we appreciate you sharing that. So now, one of the biggest things, like I was saying, that I brought you on was because I know for a fact that, when I met you, it's been about 5 or 6 years ago, and you were still active duty, like full time. So for any agent or anyone that's new to the business or thinking about getting into the real estate industry that already has a full-time job. Now, we know, here in our Hampton Roads area, that military is going to be a lot of times a full-time job because we're here where the biggest naval station in the world is located. How were you able to balance that along with your family commitment, your military commitment? Because you were pretty high ranking in the military. What was your rank when you retired?
E9 Master Chief is one of the highest enlisted ranks in the military for the Navy. Yes.
And exactly. So that's well, salute to you, and we appreciate you. We're both veterans, but I definitely want to salute that service, and 24 years is very admirable. I did not know you retired as a Master Chief. Go on ahead. Okay, that's bomb. So these are not the questions. We talk about real estate, right? So these things, this is why I bring my friends and colleagues on the show so I can get to know more about you. So that's dope. So with you being a Master Chief, anyone that knows about the military knows that is not only, as you mentioned, the highest enlisted position, but it is also the most responsible and the most leader forward position that you could be on the enlisted side of any type of military service. So now, how did you balance being a leader there, right? Having your family, okay? And then also building your real estate career to this position, to this point. How were you able to balance that?
Wow, that's a great question. Like I said, I had a great support system. My wife, my wife actually was in the military too. She actually did 24 years also. She retired in 2021, and then I retired in 2023. So she was always supporting me. She was always, matter of fact, the way I got to tell everybody that, hey, she is the reason why I made Master Chief. She the one got all my study stuff together. She always pushed me, said, OJ, you're greater than, these other guys. And not trying to put anybody down, but I see so much potential in you, and I know you can grind. And then, like I said, just me being, where I came from too, it was just, I'm an athlete by heart, and I love competition. Not saying I'm gonna try to beat you down, but I just love to see if I can win. It's like a personal thing to me. So that's all. I was just grinding. My mom and everything, she was a single mom, but most of the whole time anyway. And I just kind of saw her struggling, and I wanted to make sure she was good. And I want her, when she called my name, she said, well, OJ, that guy, he's a winner. You know what I'm saying? So I just want to make her proud. You know what I'm saying? So it's like I said, it's good stuff, man. Me just traveling the whole time. And like I said, in my head, I thought I was supposed to be in the NFL. I ain't gonna even lie to you. I had that. I was pretty good at sports. I made All-American, All-State, all that kind of good stuff. Yeah, I was good.
What school did you attend?
So let me get to that part. So in high school, I went to Andrew Jackson High School. So when I went to college, I had all these big colleges looking at me, but guess what? My grades weren't there. So I had to go to a junior college out in California. It's a junior college called Merced Junior College. It's like 20, 30 minutes from Fresno.
Okay.
Pretty sure everybody know what Fresno is. It's not that far from San Francisco either. You know what I'm saying? So right there, I knew right then I can play with the big boys when I went out there and played out there. And then, but like I had told you before I had left, I already had 2 kids. So, but in my head, I like, man, I got to do something for my kids. I don't know if this football thing's going to work out. So I said, look, I saw a Marine commercial, and that's what got my mind going. I said, man, I'm about to join the Marines. So I actually called the Marine guy up, and I actually joined the Marines. And at the last second, I switched over to the Navy. So long story short, I switched over to the Navy 24 years after that. But like I said, my whole mentality, I just want to grind. I want to help people. I want to help my family. That's the stuff I want to do. And then, like, for the real estate thing, I like doing real estate. I bought my first house. And then I asked the lady, I said, hey, how can I be a real estate agent? You know what I'm saying? I like the process of this, and I'm glad she kind of treated me right, so I wouldn't have a sour tongue, you know what I'm saying, going into the real estate thing. So she was she was coaching me out, and then she actually worked for Long and Foster. He said, well, I'm gonna hook you up with Long and Foster. You can go through the class through Long and Foster.
I went to Long and Foster too, so I know we got that similar timing, because Long and Foster schools is not even in existence anymore. But it was a great school, wasn't it?
It was a great school. Tuesday and Thursday, I went from 5 to like 9, 5 to 10.
I remember. Me too.
Yeah. So
what year did you go through?
I went through in 2000. It was 2004.
Me too. I went through in 2000. No, that's not even true. I went through in 2003. Licensed in 2000 till into 2004. So that's my story for another time. But yeah, okay. So that's really good. So now that's interesting in listening to you, because you said you had planned on being in, professional football. You decided to choose differently to be able to begin earning income for your kids and family. Okay. So you decided to go ahead and take up with the military. You decided no to the Marines, yes to the Navy. Yes. And you're meaning to tell me that real estate actually did not even get in your purview until you went to buy your own house. So you weren't even originally considering being a real estate agent.
No.
Well, let me just say, that's a testament to the quality of that agent.
Yes.
Because, and it's good, because that's one of the things, like, you're just like you said, your entree into the business. When it's smooth and it's easy and and you see it in action, it does make it seem more tangible and possible that you can too succeed, right?
Yes.
That is dope. So you saying that this agent actually kind of inspired you to start becoming an agent. And when did you begin to take it seriously? I mean, were you able to just jump in and start being successful at it? Did it just take years? Did you play at it and then decide later? I mean, what made you say, wait a minute, this is a different level of freedom? Because we know that with our career, the income is good on the other side of helping people, right? Yes. However, one of the best gifts of having this career is the freedom that it can create if you help enough people.
Yes, it definitely. So it's great you asked that question too, because I told you I'm competitive high, out the gate, you know what I'm saying? So my first year, I made Rookie of the Year. I was the top sales at the Lynn Haven office at Long and Foster.
Okay.
I still got the picture. As a matter of fact, I still, because my wife, thank her, she cut the picture out. You know what I'm saying? They put it in the newspaper, Rookie of the Year. I was in the Circle of Excellence, everything for my first year. I had to be a realtor, then with them. So I kind of understood what they're going through now with all this NARD, settlement, all that craziness. But like I said, I started off my first 5 years. I was there. And so my first year, I won Rookie of the Year, you know what I'm saying? So then I knew I can kind of play with the big dogs a little bit, you know what I'm saying? I said, okay. And then I was just, building that, that community, you know what I'm saying? Like, hey, look, I do real estate, man. I'm just starting out, man. I'm a grinder, man. I'm gonna do everything I can to make sure this deal go right. I'm gonna ask a lot of questions, because I still to this day don't know everything, you know what I'm saying? So I'm asking all the right questions, the questions that, they can come back to me. I don't really know that, man. Can I get back with you? And that's the humbleness of yourself. You got to say that if you don't know it, hey, let's get back. I'd rather wait and tell you something for real than tell you something and make myself look good in that moment. And then 10 years down the road, I'm looking bad. You know what I'm saying?
Right. And it's interesting you share that, because there's two different types of perspectives on that. And I am on the side of in agreement with you that I would rather, I teach our agents, and I live by, if you don't know it, you can't show it. I don't want to, I'm never going to sell you something I'm not familiar with. If I don't know, I am going to get the answer, but I'm definitely not going to pump you up like I know what I'm talking about just to make me look good, because that same ego boost would be a definite opposite of that, right? As soon as they find out that you were BSing them, right? Because integrity is the name of the game in our business. I tell people all the time that your reputation is all you get. I know for myself, I've been in and out and all around real estate for the past 20 years, right? But I think the thing for me that allows me every time I come in to continue not only to create and have an amazing career, but to actually attain success is because I have a reputation as a person that gets things done and is honest and upfront about what we're doing. So I definitely understand that. And I just got to shout out your wife, because you have given her several accolades, well deserved, because she's obviously, and I've met her, she's not only a wonderful woman, but she's a beautiful woman too. And you guys have a book. So I want to just kind of throw that in, because I know you guys have a love and marriage compilation that you did. And I want to be able to include that too, because OJ is not just a retired master chief. OJ is not just a managing broker. He and his wife are also authors. So please tell us her name and tell us the name of that book, just so that we can make sure we drop that in the information below.
Yeah, man. Thank you for throwing that out there, man. I really
got to.
Yeah, wife is definitely a big. She's there for me, man. She's always there for me. You know, and I'm gonna throw this other little plug out for her too, man. So, you know, like I said, I had 2 kids before I had met her. So you would think my 2 sons is her son. You know what I'm saying? So from day one, when I said, hey, babe, hey, I got 2 kids, was kind of scared to kind of share that with her, because I didn't know how she'll react. Oh, babe, I got 2 kids, and I had them when I was in high school. She said, hey, that's good, okay, I would love to meet them. You know what I'm saying? So from 2000, so we met in like 2001. You know what I'm saying? We got married, and we actually coming up on our 20th anniversary. She don't know I got a big surprise for her, September 18th. I got something for her, you know what I'm saying? So 20 years. So back to the story. You know, we brought the kids in. She every summer, every winter, we'll get them for Christmas. We'll get them for the summer. She take them, say, hey, we're going to buy them clothes. We're going to get them food. And this is me. Sometimes I'm saying no to myself. Like, I ain't buying them knuckleheads nothing. Because I'm getting child support. I'm paying a lot of money for child support. She said, OJ, don't worry about that. You know what I'm saying? Don't worry about that. But you know, in my head, I said, I'm taking care of my boys. You know what I'm saying? It was just her. She was just trying to do some other stuff. But in my head, I'm driving to South Carolina. I'm going to pick them up. I'm tired, coming back up 95, you know what I'm saying, to 58, you know, back home, you know what I'm saying? So I'm getting them. I don't care if it's 4 or 5 days, I want to spend that time with them. So, but she always with a loving arm, man, brought them in. To this day, they respect her. You know what I'm saying? They look back. I
had no idea. You would never have. You would have never known that. You would have never known that. And again, that's just a testament to her loving care, her love for family, and her love for the family that you guys have created. Now, tell us the name of the book.
The book so
we can read more about it.
Look, the book is called We Won't Quit. I'm hoping we don't lose each other. Okay. Can you hear me?
Yeah, I can hear you good. I got you.
Okay, so yeah, the book is called We Won't Quit. It actually is an Amazon bestseller.
All right.
The first week we came out was 2023. Actually, we came out we came out with a book. If anybody want to order, I know you're gonna drop the link down there. I want them to order it from me if they want it. I don't want to go on Amazon. I do not want to go on Amazon.
Okay, don't go on Amazon. Get it from this link that we listing below, everybody. Okay.
There you go. So absolutely. So the book, a tidbit about the book. The book is 10 couples. We got 10 couples in there from different walks of life. We're talking about trials and tribulations. How did we get through the trials and tribulations? How long we've been married? You know, how y'all met. It's a whole story. So you don't have to be married to actually read this book. I know a lot of people are like, oh, you know, it's a married couple book, but no, it's not. It's like walks of life. It's like by communicating with different people. You know what I'm saying? So people are like, oh, it's a marriage, but it's not really a marriage book. It's a life book. It's a life-changing book.
Okay.
So it's, like I said, people when they read it, they're like, man, OJ, I ain't know some of the stuff about you. You know what I'm saying? Mm-hmm. There's some stuff that that's in the book that like, man, I didn't know that piece about you. You know what I'm saying?
Right. Because I'm learning a lot about you today.
Thank you. I appreciate it.
Yeah, no, that's definitely, that's really dope, and we're definitely going to link it below. And then just to make sure, because I know you don't have a lot of time, but I definitely got to whip back around with you, because you did kind of throw out, the hot button of the day. We are real estate brokers in Hampton Roads, Virginia. I know your office is over in the beach. I'm over here in Norfolk, but we share the same challenges. So one main question, I have two final questions. So how were you able, because this is something that we do want to know, because we know that you were a master chief in the military. You went in, you started killing the game soon as you came in. I tell people all the time that even active duty, I know you were averaging about 15 deals a year, right? Mm-hmm. Which is outstanding to be full-time at another whole, all-encompassing career field, right? Yes. So we know that that's a testament to your family support and your resilience and persistence to win and take care, okay?
Yeah.
However, tell people about that team you created too, because you have a whole team. And so what I'm wondering is, how were you able to really, I mean, mentally, right? You have over here, as you're getting out of the military, because it's only been a year. I mean, I know it's been a good year, but it's been only been a year, right? So how were you able to manage the however many people that you were managing at your duty station, and then simultaneously build a team? Was the team something that you had originally planned to do, or was it a natural growth? Was it a natural growth from the fact that people just came to you as a leader and you kind of just started shaping it up?
Yeah, it was kind of like both of the things. I at first, because I was just kind of being like an independent agent. I was like, you know what, I'm just going to be an independent agent. I'm good. But then I started seeing like, hey man, people start, hey, I want to kind of, hang with you, man. I want to see what you got for, what you got to offer. So, and my whole thing was giving anyway all the time. I'm always trying to give knowledge. I'm always trying to help people. And then somebody said, you ever thought about doing a team? And I like, really? Not really. But then I started thinking about it. I got one. Then I got two, then I got three, then it's up to 10 to 12. You know what I'm saying? So, and then I talked to Marie. So I was getting out of the military. So Marie is my principal broker at World Class. And I said, Marie, can I open? So they had an office in Newport News. I said, can I open that office and be the managing broker since the other broker had left? And she said, yes. I said, well, I'm gonna bring my team, and then we're gonna work something out that, hey, there'll be like an office setting. You know what I'm saying? It won't be like a team thing, but yeah, it's still a team thing, because I still want them to have that comfort to saying, hey, OJ is the guy. I can go talk to him.
Right.
But in my mindset, I'm thinking big picture. My big picture is world class, not OJ. You know what I'm saying?
Right.
So I'm trying to build whatever I'm trying to build. But yeah, like I said, it was. I mean, it was just like natural to me, really, because you know what I'm saying. Because you got to think about it, I'm doing 100, 200 people in the military. 10, 15 people is really nothing. You know what I'm saying? It's the whole different thing. But I'm saying we're talking about real estate and we're talking about Navy stuff. So it's which one harder? You know what I'm saying?
Right. I mean, it's kind of hard depending on what your career is. I mean, I definitely would not say that this business is for the weak. You have to have a certain level of self-determination, right? This is just not the kind of business that you're going to survive if you're not determined. And I think also, if you don't have a schedule, if you don't hold yourself accountable to doing the work. I just listen. Everybody knows how much I love Ryan Serhant. And he was just saying last night, he says this all the time, and I'm not sure if it's his original quote or not, but it's like, if you take care of the work will take care of you. And that is for real. I was recently talking with some other broker colleagues of mine, and that was one of the biggest things, is that in bringing in agents and in training up our teams or our agents, those who are going to follow under us but still stand beside us and reaching their career goals. One of the biggest things is that the understanding of, no one's going to give you the work. This is not a type of career that every day you have a set of tasks that someone has written or put in a book for you to complete. You have got to create a schedule for yourself. You've got to have a major amount of commitment to really build a career, because no matter what, whether they're your agent, they're on your team or not, they are their own brand. They have their rep, and that is basically your reputation, what you create in the marketplace and what people think, and if they thinking about you at all, right?
Wow.
Right?
You hit it off. You just not wrote that. Matter of fact, that's a book right there. What you just said. Yeah, you can actually put that in a book.
Okay.
Cut
it out.
Yeah.
I'm just sitting up here trying to go off the energy that you're sharing, so positive, right? And that's one of the reasons why you're one of my trusted colleagues. I mean, seriously, it's like, I'm so thankful to have your friendship, right? And to be able to, I'm just going to reiterate it, to be able to talk to you, right? Because I know those agents over there, they're really being sewn into. And I really do. Like, there are brokers in our marketplace that, that's the things that inform me in becoming a principal broker, right? And there are brokers in our marketplace where, and because we've been in about the same amount of time. So there are ones that we were able to take pieces and pieces and pieces, right? And then you shape your vision for what it is you want to do. And the way that you lead is something I just I just so admire, because everybody knows that I am a leader. I'm not a micromanager. I almost feel like a lot of times I need an intermediary in between myself and my agents at times, because I want to make sure that I'm not too relaxed for them, right? That I'm not too myself, that it kind of makes them feel as if, no, because I'm telling them what's possible, right? But again, it's the work that works. And so for me, once I don't see the work working, I'm not as invested. I'm just not. Whereas you, on the other hand, I see that not only do you remind them and let them know, but you keep them encouraged. What is the secret to that? What is the secret to keeping the agents? I mean, come on, OJ, don't gatekeep. Show us, tell us what's the secret to keeping the agents encouraged.
It's just, the thing is with me is, it's just, I want you to win. It's not even like a big thing. Like I can't go to the crystal ball back there and bring somebody to spin it. And so it's just the fact that you're gonna see, and I had posted this on my Facebook page. I said, you can't really coach what I'm trying to give you. No, I can't sit in a seminar. You can't, it's I don't care if you can put it on the billboard. It's just, they're gonna feel that. They're gonna be like, man, OJ, oh my God, I really don't even want to do this, but I just got to do it because I just feel his energy is so much powerful. It's gonna overwhelm me. I got to get better. I got to see how can I make a deal, not him, it's for myself, because right. I got to put myself up on a higher level now. You know what I'm saying?
Right.
And that's what I do. I try to make you feel that, and I want you to know that, hey, I genuinely care about you. It's not just a number, and you're not just a person. You know what I'm saying?
Absolutely. I mean, yeah, no, that's definitely a key. I know a lot of agents throughout the years. We're not tied to any company, so you can just leave whenever you get ready. If you find a place that suits you better, you can go. And nobody can tell you why to stop, because you're an independent contractor. So definitely, to be able to keep the agents encouraged in this changing market, right? What are you seeing? What are you seeing in the market as we change with the new NAR adjustments of commission? What are you seeing? What are you thinking about that?
Well, I'm seeing some agents getting, scared. I'm seeing some brokers and stuff getting scared. I think the thing is, we already was doing the same thing. Now we want to make sure this stuff is in writing. We want to make sure everybody's on the same page. We want to make sure that my loyalty to you is the same thing that your loyalty to me is coming at. So when we sit down, let's say if I had a buyer, if I got to sit down with them, I say, look, I got to have you to sign this buyer broker agreement. I'm not just going to shove that in their face. I got to explain to them, say, hey, this line right here, these are my duties and responsibilities. This is the time frame that I'm going to have it. And then this is the cost of my services. Yes, this service is negotiable, but this is where I start off at, and then we can work from there. But hey, and truly, I'm trying to get the selling side, the listing side, to pay my commission. That's the big thing. I don't want anything to come out of your pocket. I don't want to jump the price up to make it even, because now I feel like you're going to be paying much more than what it is. You know what I'm saying? So I'm gonna have that deep conversation with them and say, look, this is what I charge, and this is my service. This is my invaluable service I'm giving to you, and what I'm charging right now, I'm actually giving you a discount on it, because this is what I'm doing, because it could be way higher than this, but I can't push it that high because nobody won't come to me. But this is how much I feel about what kind of service I bring to the table. Right. So yeah, we understand that everybody say 3%. It's really no 3%. But just throw that out of your head. But yeah, that's the leveling point right there. That's where everybody feel comfortable at. So I'm gonna start you at 3% or whatever. But hey, let's talk about this, because I don't know your finance all together yet. And then stuff is not going to be in the MLS. You know what I'm saying? The commission stuff is not. So we got to work a little harder. You know what I'm saying? We got to ask the question. Right. And so then now, go ahead.
Well, I definitely appreciate that insight. I just have a question I want to ask you about, because I know an agent. I know an agent who took a listing yesterday, and it's no buyer commission. No buyer commission on that. So now, what do you think? I have to pull my chair. I feel like I'm pushing on the wall. Y'all see, we back in the studio. Flawless Living Made Simple.
I love it.
Yes, I'm happy to be back in my studio. So, thank you. So you figured that So how? I'm just wondering. Okay. So I know an agent, that took a listing yesterday. No buyer agent commission offer. And the sellers were adamant that they're not paying it. They don't care. They heard and they are applying it immediately. They said, let your buyer figure it out.
So, and I would show them examples. I would say, look, this property right here been on the market 60, 70 days. And they don't have, we can make an example. I got one right now that we only offer 1%. And that, it's some other stuff going on with it. But that's one of the reasons that it's not off the market yet. So I would give them examples and so look, I can go pull up everything that don't offer anything, and we can call these people, even though it's not going to be in the MLS. I can make these phone calls, and I can bring you data to show you that this thing going to last a long time, unless you in a premier area that everybody might want that. But if you in an average spot, it's a lot of people, and I hate to tell you, it's probably some dirty agents out there. They ain't going to even show you the spot. They're going to say it's under contract. They're going to see something going on with it. They might not even get you to that house. And then, I think it's going to be some backsliding for us, the buyers. The buyers going to contact the listing agent. You know what I'm saying? Because they're going to want that house so bad. If they want that house so bad, they're going to figure out and say, hey, man, this house still on the market. Because some of them are smart. They understand that if they don't see the contingency on the pending, they say, hold on, I'm going to contact this agent myself.
Especially if you were trained properly in your home buyer consult.
That's what I'm saying. So they're going to understand that they can see that, and they say, hey, this house is still available. Why did my agent, now my trust and my loyalty then got discredited? That I didn't lie to my buyer.
Right. Right.
You know what I'm saying? So now they go into the listing side. And like I said, on the listing side itself, you got to have that conversation. Say, look, man, we put this thing out there. It could be staying on the market longer than what is expected. You know what I'm saying? It depends on how long do you have. Do you need money right now? You know what I'm saying?
Well, let me ask you this. So on the other side, though, like let's just say not you specifically, because we know that you and I are going to serve our clients. So we're just going to say Agent X, right? Yeah. So Agent X has a buyer for the property. Do you, and this is one of your agents, do you suggest that they still request the commission?
Yes.
Okay.
Yes.
Okay, I'm just wondering. I mean, look, we having this talk. This is one of these talks. This is what this show is about. Flawless Living Made Simple, with businesses and business owners in and about our business. Just finding out what makes you tick. Just finding out what is success and how it's defined by you. So,
I said, still write it in the offer. Matter of fact, if I hadn't even talked to the agent yet, I'm still writing it in the offer. I'm still writing 2%. It's in the office on page 5 or 6 of the contract. You know what I'm saying? Write it in there. The only thing they can do is mark it out and say no. You know what I'm saying?
Right. No, for sure. And then I think too, and I think you and I talked about this the other day. I think the call thing is out. I think that calling an agent, just from my perspective, I feel like calling an agent on commission is unnecessary.
It is.
I think that yes, call a schedule. But when you submit that offer, you should submit it for what it should be. I don't think, just for any agents that may be out there watching, whether you're new or old, I would definitely say submit your commission request in your purchase agreement, having already properly disclosed to your buyer the potential of their liability, right? Of their liability, because you don't want to work for free, and we cannot work for free. We just can't work for free. Now, the money does not have to be the precipitating determinant for helping clients. Yeah. However, we cannot survive working for free.
We can't.
I would definitely submit the commission request in the purchase agreement without a call. Forget the call. Let them show you in writing, because we know in the state of Virginia, if it ain't in writing, it ain't real anyway. So you got to have it in writing. Go ahead, but just please, I caution any agents, brokers, anyone watching this nationwide, you need to, and I'm gonna say this because people know I don't use words like need and should, because I feel like, everybody's responsible and accountable for themselves. Yeah. But in this case, I am using the word need. You need to tighten up those buyer consults. Yeah. People, all of us, all across the marketplace, online, you're seeing people discuss, just talk to them, just do. No. your buyer consult needs to be in writing.
Yeah.
Your buyer consult should be something that your buyer can refer back to for the life of your relationship. They should be able to look at that buyer consult as an information map to what you guys are doing at every stage of the process, right? Wow. So I would say you need to tighten up that buyer consult and put that in writing too, because we just said that if it's not in writing, it doesn't exist. It's not real. So put that buyer consult, take the time, map your steps out, and put it in writing so that when you meet with your buyer, or if you meet with your buyer like how OJ and I are meeting virtually, you can send it to them and then pull it up as you guys are going through it. You want to make sure our job is to not only help people purchase and or sell real estate, but our job, I feel, is to keep them informed through the process.
Wow.
They should know the process. It's no reason that I should be working with a buyer and we have now, found a home and they don't know what's next, right? I might remind them, but they should know because we had a buyer consult. So now what this is going to do is separate the lazy, right? So you know how we always joke, we've been in business for a long time. We always joke about how we have the wave of agents that come in and then go out because they didn't make it, right? And it's like an ongoing joke because every year you get 3,000 or 4,000 new agents in January and about 4,000 or 5,000 leave by December, okay? Now what I see is going to be happening is those of us that are more stuck in our ways and unwilling to adjust and pivot to the new market changes and also back up our knowledge and expertise with something in writing and digitally or in actual handheld paper, I think it's going to make a huge difference in who clients are choosing, right? I think that clients are going to look at things differently because now they have to be more discerning. So you figure even the COVID market changed buyers once interest increased. Buyers became more discerning, right? You figure once we came out of COVID and this interest increased, right? Now buyers, they just like are similar more like to renters. You know how with renters, you probably don't know, but we know. Renters, they want all this stuff in there because they know they can't change nothing. A lot of times on the buy side, you wouldn't have that as much. So we have your list of items that you want, but you might be willing to negotiate or accept a dark chocolate cabinet because you know that you can turn those cabinets gray on your own. And we're seeing now where buyers are unwilling to do that. With that interest, if they got to make that high payment, they don't have the money left over to paint the cabinets and pull down the cabinets and get new cabinets in the immediate to meet their immediate goals. So they're becoming more discerning. But just imagine what we're going to be seeing now when they really start understanding that they've got to also have the money to pay the agent. I think this will also help to weed out buyers who waste time, right? Buyers who really intend to keep renting and are scared to jump into buying, right? I think it's going to weed that out as soon as they know it's the potential that you may need to bring 3% for our services out of your own pocket.
Yes.
Do you not think so?
That's man. You hit everything. You didn't hit the whole consult right there. I mean, that's it.
This ain't the consult. The consult better than that.
With that, you had me going. I was mesmerized. You know what I'm saying? I'm like, okay, I'm ready to sign right now.
Well, that is good. That is good. See, that's why we killing it. That's why we killing it, OJ.
I love it. I love it. But now, everything you said is correct, man. You know, the thing is, we're gonna try our best. Like you said, I want it. I want them paying for it. You know what I'm saying? If now, like you said, if it came down to it, yes, that's what it is. Because I think my value is there. For us, them paying for it. If they had to come out, so I don't want to leave. I am not leaving that off the table, but 100% of my time is going to be like, hey, we're going to find you something that they're going to pay me, and we're trying to get you some closing costs in the same sentence. You know what I'm saying? We're going to write that in too. We're going to get you some closing costs. We're going to get you some of these concessions too. You know what I'm saying? It's not just about me. It's not, it's not about me.
No, absolutely. It's not. No, it's not about us. It's never about us until closing day. It's really not. It never is. I just wonder, and I'm going to ask every agent that I bring on this, every broker, every agent. So now what do we do? This is the last question, but I got to get your answer. So what do? You got your clients, Mr. and Mrs. X, okay?
Yeah.
They first time home buyers, right?
Mm-hmm.
They got some money saved and very good credit, okay? So these is ideal, good jobs, good careers, okay? And they a new family. They just ready to get their first home. Yay!
Yes.
And y'all go looking. And then they find it. The exact home. And you send that offer, and the seller send back and say, nope. What do you do?
I'm saying, if they really want that house, they gonna have to pay. Somebody gonna have to pay, or we're gonna counter back. We're gonna ask. I'm still gonna try to fight. I'm still trying to fight the listing side to see if I can get this commission. I'm not just gonna let that just fly and it's like, oh no, we ain't doing it. You know what I'm saying? I got to make that phone call. What would make this offer more acceptable for your clients? You know what I'm saying? Because my people really want it. They like this house. We got the funds. We got the credit score. We got the pre-approval. We got everything you need. And you know what I'm saying? So how can we make this offer better? And then say if all that stuff don't work. If that don't work, everything, we at our last dime. We like, and I'm gonna say, okay. Now when we first started, we had talked about it. They had $15,000, $20,000 in the bank. So I'm still working the commission side. I'm still working the seller concession too. So we're trying to get the seller concession too. So I'm just leaving them out of the thing. We trying to get
absolutely.
We trying to do all that stuff. We trying to get the clients, everything that's in there. We trying to make sure they're good. So now I might have to go back and talk to them and say, look, man, we started at 3%. You know what I'm saying? At the thing, we started at 2%. But and guess what, man? Do you think I'm doing a good job? Because I want to ask again, because through the transaction, I want to make sure I'm still doing a good job and I'm still holding up to what y'all thought I should be as your agent.
I need to take a note on that.
I know you're going to write that down.
Let me check in with y'all. Let me find out.
I know you was going to write that down. I know you will. I said she's going to say something about this. But you see where I'm going at, because I need to show you my value. I need you to hear it. I need you to come out and say,
right.
OJ is, Tierra from the time, the Tierra from time around the Tidewater is doing her thing. You know what I'm saying?
Right.
She's very, and I'm willing to give her $5,000 because I feel like she's worth that $5,000. You know what I'm saying? I know I supposed to have trying to get $10,000 if the selling side would have went ahead and paid it, but that's worked something out. You know what I'm saying?
Right.
I can always mark through that buyer broker thing. I can mark through that and say no, it's $5,000 now. You know what I'm saying?
Right.
You understand what I'm saying?
No, I understand. I mean, listen, I'm just wondering because it is new for all of us, and we've had the conversation off air and stuff, and I just wanted to know, because I didn't ask you that, we hadn't talked about that, but I do wonder about that, and I like I said, I'm gonna ask I'm gonna be bringing on at least one agent or broker, every few episodes, because this is our business, and I want to make sure that we're keeping people informed, and hopefully you'll come back and join us again. I just really appreciate you coming on. I'm going to link all your contact below, but if you want to just tell people right now how they can link up with you, because we collaborate over here, okay? Ain't no competition. It's more than enough for everybody. And that's what we do. We co-conspire to see you reach your real estate goals and attain wealth through real estate ownership as partners in this business, right? And so give them your information. We're going to link it all below. And again, thank you for being one of my first guests on the revamp of the Flawless Living Made Simple show. Go ahead, OJ, tell us about it. Where can we find you?
Yeah, I know. Before I say that, man, Tierra, I definitely appreciate this. It's just an honor for me to be on here, man. You know what I'm saying? It brings me energy every time. If somebody invites me somewhere, man, it feels like an honor, because they always could have picked somebody else to actually. I know you're going to pick other agents, but like I said, I was one of the agents that you actually are managing brokers that you had picked. So I definitely appreciate you. But hey, to reach me, man, you can find me OJ Miller. I'm on Facebook. I'm on Instagram. I'm on LinkedIn. I'm on LinkedIn. I'm on Instagram. I'm Juice Real Estate. So, but everything else, if you go Google me, you can see me. You just type in OJ Miller.
Google him. He said you could Google him. You better know. You
you
can
can
Google
Google
him.
me. Yeah, you'll see my reviews. You'll see what's going on with me. You'll see some pictures. You know what I'm saying? I didn't have this white beard, but you'll see all my pictures and stuff up there. But if you want to call me on the phone, I had the same phone number for 20 years. It's 757-650-1196. Text me, call me, do anything. But like I said, all my contact information online, OJ Miller, Facebook, all that stuff, Instagram, LinkedIn, you can find me there. I definitely, I help you out. And like I said, this is my thing is, and you don't have to sign me as an agent. It's just, if you want to call me and just ask me questions, I'm good with that too. So it's not a business thing with me. I mean, I have so many people I didn't help, and we never signed a contract or did anything. I never got any compensation.
I mean, so that's one of the things about the business too, is that if you really love it and you really love seeing people win and succeed, I mean, those are the things about being a broker that goes unnoticed, right? We have, I'm sure, hundreds of people throughout the years of being in this business, right? That we have mentored, that we have coached, and with no knowledge of it, no compensation of it. Only joy is, and I know for me, the biggest joy that I have is when I can share a little nugget of something with somebody and see them do something with it that changes their circumstance, situation, choice, right? For the better. Like they don't gotta mention my name, because I specialize in knowing stuff, right? So if I know, I'm not gonna hold it. I specialize in knowing stuff. So I ain't gonna say what I don't know, but I know a lot to show, and I'm gonna share it, right? I feel like it's my purpose, it's my mission. I wanna help you grow. I wanna help you, just like you said, I wanna help you win. So I just appreciate you. It's two winners. Winners stay winning, you know what I mean? Thank you so much, OJ. I appreciate I hope you have an amazing day. I know you gotta get on and handle some business like we always do. So I appreciate you getting on with me. Have an amazing and powerful week, brother, and reach out when you need us, okay?
Hey, look, hey, I'm happy, and I'm happy to be a part of the Flawless family.
Yeah, Flawless family! Thank y'all for tuning in. Like, subscribe, and share. Have a great day.
All right, be blessed now.
Thank you.
Yes, ma'am.
Bye-bye.
Bye-bye.